Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. It is Saturday. The weather's pretty gloomy here. I know it looks like I'm on the beach somewhere, but I'm not. It is just humid as hell. We've had quite a lot of rain lately, and yeah, with the warm weather, the humidity is just up there today. I mean, look at my hair. It's frizzing my hair completely. Dad joke. Anyway, today we are reacting to Cowboy Coffee, how to make the best cup of coffee. Now this is the shortened version of this video. He does have a 15-minute long video, I think, on how to make Cowboy Coffee. I just didn't want to bore you guys to tears with the long one. I will check that one out on my own because maybe there's some steps on there that he goes through in more detail. But I figured 4 minutes is probably long enough to learn how to make a cup of coffee, in my opinion. Anyway, I was on my analytics this morning and I discovered that a whopping 83.7% of you guys who watch these videos are not yet subscribed to my channel, which is it's a bit of a heartbreaking thing, really. So why not go down there, scroll down just a tiny bit and caress that subscribe button, please. I want to give a shout out to Catherine Rouja, I might be pronouncing that wrong, and Kermit Lefreur, who've both signed up to my Patreon. You would have seen in the beginning of this video, their names are out there as well. Thank you guys so much. I only launched yesterday, so it means the freaking world to me that you went over there. I will be uploading a lot more on there in the coming week. From Monday I'll be uploading pretty much every day there as well, so thank you very much for that. I do have a buy me a coffee page linked down in the description if anyone wants to buy a coffee to help support the channel, and don't forget to give this video a like if you're feeling extra frisky on this Saturday. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into Cowboy Coffee, how to make the best cup of coffee.
This makes about my 12th year, and every year when I start, the first thing I do, build a fire in old Bertha. Then I make
Old Bertha. This video is
simplest thing
old.
in the world. Got 3 ingredients: coffee, water, fire. Y'all stick around. We're gonna show.
Just gonna try to sort the volume out because this video is really quiet. It is quite an old video, so let's have a look.
You how. We got water in this old pot. Comes to about the bottom of the spout. We're gonna let Bertha do her job and warm this water a little. Take this old eye out so we can get her on high.
High?
We'll let her.
If you've seen this channel, you know I love my coffee. I drink way too much coffee, actually. It's a serious addiction of mine. I'm probably on 10 plus cups of coffee a day, which is terrible for me. I know it is. It's maybe not so much the coffee, but it's the sugar that I have in my coffee, because I do have sugar in there as well, which I really need to cut out. So hopefully this will give me some ideas, because I do like really strong coffee. So if I can make it nice and strong, maybe I'll drink less of it.
Take this old eye out so we can get her on high.
High?
We'll
I love the way he
talks. When
talks.
it gets warm, then we'll add the coffee. All right, old Bertha's got her warm. That's why we want it. We want to let that water warm. For this old big pot, we'll put in about 3 handfuls, or a cup and 3/4. And we'll have the recipe listed below for all y'all that need a smaller pot of coffee, because if you drink all of this at one time, you'll have a buzz on, I promise you. She'll let her get warming, then she'll boil this, bring it to a rolling boil. We'll finish her up. Cowboy Coffee's probably been around longer than we all want to mention. We'll go to showing our age, how long in the tooth are we maybe. But you know, hunters, campers, everybody used to make this stuff. They'd boil it just in an old coffee can or an old empty lard can that they'd cleaned out. But when you boil coffee and you boil it right, you're taking all the acid out. People that drink this coffee after we get them hooked on it say, I don't have no acid indigestion. It don't burn my belly. My stomach's not tore up. That's because we're reaching that temperature when this is.
See, I know where I've been going wrong, because I've tried to make Cowboy Coffee before, and instead of boiling the coffee, I just add boiling water to the coffee. So maybe that's where I'm going wrong, because I agree with him. It is quite acidic, and sometimes the results can be quite detrimental to your plumbing system.
Is boiling to take the acid out of the bean. It's not one of them drip, dropping, spitting, spewing coffee makers that's sitting under your counter. That stuff don't get water hot enough to do no good. If you're going to make coffee and you want it to be the best coffee you ever drank, boil that coffee. Say, we're going to let this come to a good rolling boil till, I mean, maybe 2-3 minutes, till, I mean, not just bubbling, but I'm talking rolling. You can see it. That way we know we got them old grounds boiled up good. We're going to pull it off fire and let it set a little bit.
You can tell it's an old video of his.
All right, we've let this set about a minute or two, and we're going to pour about a cup of cold water. Make sure you get some of it down that spout too, just in case some of them grounds got hung up in there. Cold water, when it hits that, settles all the grounds and makes it goes to the bottom.
Genius.
For years, you know how you drop egg in there? No, I like to eat my eggs without my coffee in there. So you don't have to put nothing in there but cold water. All the grounds will go to the bottom. You let it settle.
Mistake number two I always make. I never pour cold water in there. I've tried a few times to make it actually, and especially if I'm out like hiking or something, I take my little gas stove, and that's when I'll have my version of Cowboy coffee, and I end up spitting out coffee granules forever because they float. And no matter what I did, I could never get them to sink. Cold water. Learn something
You'll
new.
have the best cup of coffee you ever poured in your life. And there's not any grounds in this coffee when you cook it right.
Look at that.
Now you can see when we pour this out, if there's some grounds in there,
They would
it's
have.
clean as a whistle. All them grounds settle to the bottom. Remember, boil that coffee. You'll have a better taste. You'll get the bitter, the acid out of the bean. Come to a good rolling boil, about 3 minutes. Pull it off the fire, let it sit. Cup of cold water down the spout. Let it set again. Pour you a cup of coffee. You're ready to go. Holler when you get it ready. There's a lot of things that have went down the trail with old cookies since the 1870s, but one thing has always remained, and that is coffee. Hit her, fellers.
The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Make the cowboy.
Man, that looked awesome. I'm definitely going to try that because there you go. I didn't know about the cold water and I didn't know to boil the actual coffee. So that's something. A few people have been asking me because I keep saying, oh, I'm going to try do that recipe. I'm going to try do this. I'm going to try do that. I don't know. Like I'm quite busy. I don't have a lot of extra time in my days, but if you guys are wanting to see those things, please let me know. I might put a poll up on my community tab. And if you're wanting to see that sort of thing, let me know. And then what I'll do is I'll film it and then I'll stick it on my other channel and you can check it out as well. Because I do love cooking and I love trying new things. Like, that's a perfect example of two tiny little adjustments that I can make to improve my Cowboy coffee, because I love coffee, and when I go mushroom, like in the summer, well, in these coming few months, I go mushroom foraging pretty much every single day. I've got a rucksack, I've got my little sexy basket that I take with me to put the mushrooms in, but I always like to have a cup of coffee when I'm there, and I always get like instant's fine, yeah, like I drink instant sometimes, but I like proper coffee. But the downside is I'm always spitting out granules and it is quite acidic, and I do get a bit of heartburn sometimes, which I think is from the coffee. It might not be, but I'm assuming it is. So just that has taught me two pretty valuable little lessons on my Cowboy coffee journey. I'm going to check out his longer video after this actually. I probably won't react to it because it is quite long and he pretty much went over everything there. But yeah, I just want to see if there's anything extra that he adds to it. Not as far as ingredients, but I mean as far as information goes, because yeah, it is an art. Like some of the, like you can see he's got a wealth of experience. He knows what he's talking about, and yeah, I love that sort of thing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't forget to hug a loved one, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.